So what is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video. So today we are going to take a closer look at the Ancient Evil trailer. We're going to do, I wouldn't call it a breakdown as such. We're not going to take a look at every little irrelevant thing in the trailer, but we're going to take a look at the bigger things to do with the story, Easter egg, and what's interesting to see what this new map is going to be all about. As always, if you go on to enjoy the video, you know what to do. Drop a like rating if you want to. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombies videos on the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. I'm going to show you the trailer now just in case you haven't seen it. But if you have, skip to 3 minutes 15 and that's when I'll start to break it down.
What have you done to Alistair Rhodes?
These are the only people I trust.
We will do whatever it takes to get your father back.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Damn right we found it. We're not the first ones in here.
I cannot hold him forever.
Let's take this nice and easy.
Just like your father, I too am a prisoner. Please, set us free. Be steadfast, my champion.
Alistair!
That artifact.
It's stuck.
Oh, great!
Gaia finds you worthy. Her hand is yours.
Watch your back, mademoiselle!
The winged steed will lead you. Your father, he waits you.
I hope you know what you're doing, Scarlett.
So, Ancient Evil, our new zombies map, which releases on March the 26th, first on PS4, and then 1 week later on the Xbox. We know that this is the final map, for now, that we are going to be playing as the Chaos Crew. For DLC 3 and 4, we are going back to the Ether story. That is at least until Season 2. But for now, Ancient Evil is our last Chaos map. We know that our characters have travelled to Delphi, which is in Greece. We learnt this because in one of our last maps, Voyage of Despair, in that ending, the characters saw a hologram of an archway. Shaw said that he recognised it was in Delphi, and so that's where our characters have come to try and save Scarlett's father. It starts with us getting a good look of the city of Delphi. We can see it is underground, kind of like buried actually. There are loads of ancient Greek temples and statues, as you would expect. There are our zombies. One of the first things we see is this glove, or I guess you could call it a gauntlet. We have this blue one. On the next shot, we can see we have this red one with a skull on. There is also this one with green glowing gems on it. And then there seems to be another one right here on Diego's hand, although you can't quite see it, his hand is glowing up. And then there's this big beam of light coming from the sky. So it seems like there's going to be 4 different elemental gauntlets in the game. Whether these are going to be our wonder weapons or just special weapons we are able to use, I'm not sure. But they all look very interesting. But we start off with Shaw, Scarlett, Diego and Bruno making their way into the city. As they walk through and they come face to face with the zombies, you will notice that they don't attack them. The zombies are just standing still, and then a voice is heard in the background saying to the crew, "I cannot hold them forever." And then they come face to face with this woman where she says to Scarlett, "Just like your father, I too am a prisoner. please set us free. And then the zombies start attacking. Who exactly is this woman? Well, I believe she is the Oracle. An Oracle in ancient Greece was a person considered to provide wise and insightful counsel or prophetic predictions of the future inspired by the gods. How do we know that she is the Oracle? Well, if you actually search up the Oracle of Delphi, you get images like this. Notice the chair she's sitting on, the mist coming up from the ground, her hood up, and then we go back to the game. We have a very similar situation. So I think this is the Oracle of Delphi, and as she said, just like Scarlett's father, she too is a prisoner, and we notice her hands are chained to the chair. We know that Scarlett's father has been kidnapped by the Order, so was it also the Order that have chained the Oracle to this chair? Have they trapped her here? Anyway, as we move on through the trailer, we get some more shots of Delphi, the zombies. It all looks really cool. It actually does look like a really fun map. It isn't dreary, maybe like some of our past ones. It isn't too bright either, especially since it seems to be underground. There are loads of these red crystals or shards coming out of the ground all around the map. As of right now, since we've got no information, I don't know what these mean or what exactly they're gonna do when it comes to us playing. We then come to this scene where we've got the artifact, as we do on every map. However, Scarlett tells us that it's trapped in this woman's hand. And as you can see, and this was the first thing I thought of when I first saw this whole map is based around ancient Greek mythology. These two people have turned into stone. The woman is missing her head. There's also another statue just behind as well. All of them are in weird positions. You know, if you was gonna have a statue, you wouldn't expect them to look like this. So is this a case of Medusa? Medusa was a gorgon in Greek mythology who we know had snakes for hair, and if anyone was to gaze upon her face, they would turn into stone. So could these statues, these people have been a victim of Medusa? Maybe. We then also see some skeletons rise from the ground. The last time I believe we saw these was back in Der Eisendrache. And then we get a look at one of the new boss or enemies on the map. We can see he has 6 arms. This is another monster from Greek mythology known as a Geganes. I've probably pronounced that wrong, but these were 6-armed giants. In this case, in one arm he has a sword, in the other he has a shield, and then in the others he's got a spear that he can throw at us. He looks very terrifying, and I can't wait to come against him. In the next shot, as we saw earlier, we have the mystery box light in the background. There are these 2 giant, kind of like golden mirrors or lamps, whatever they are, up on the walls. And then Diego has one of the elemental gloves on his hand, which is coming into effect. And then in the next scene, we see the other one come into effect, the green one, which shoots rocks from the ground. We then see this shot again. There is a blue glow surrounding the artifact. Possibly it's just been activated. And then there are these red shards, or crystals again, all in the background. We can see we also have Pegasus on this map. Pegasus is actually the child of the Olympian god Poseidon, who was foaled by Medusa upon her death when Perseus decapitated her. In the trailer, we can see him flying about and shooting electricity, which makes me think possibly he's going to be a trap. You can call him in and he'll kill the zombies this way. And then we also see the Pack-a-Punch. There is this giant statue of a woman in the background here, which we will see the face of her later on, but there are snakes surrounding her and then arrows going into the snake and her as well. And if we just go back to the article about the Oracle of Delphi, it said the city of Delphi had a long tradition of being the center of the world. It was said that Zeus himself named it the navel of Gaia. According to legend, a huge serpent named Python guarded the spot before it was slain by the infant god Apollo. When Apollo's arrows pierced the serpent, its body fell into a fissure and great flames arose from the crevice as its carcass rotted. So this serpent around this woman with arrows in it seems to be the python that guarded the city of Delphi. As this article says, it was slain by Apollo, and then the fumes that rise from the cracks of the ground are that of the rotting carcass of the python. That still doesn't explain who this statue of that woman is though, but as we move on, we see the area where the Pack-a-Punch machine is. It looks like a really big map actually. There are the shards everywhere. We get more shots of our characters in the map. There is some Greek writing on the wall there. We get a shot of Pegasus flying around. I don't believe we're going to be able to fly him in the map, although that would be interesting. We then see a shot of one of the members of the Order. This doesn't look like it's the High Priest, because as we know, he has a scar on his face from the Prima Materia, so this could just be a random member of the Order. We then see another shot of the Oracle. We see the face of this woman that we saw earlier. This is the statue with the snake surrounding it and arrows going into it. Again, who this is, I'm not sure. We see a shot of a different boss on this map, although we don't really see him do anything. And then the final thing we see is this section of the wall where it says know thyself, and then our characters enter and we get the end screen, Ancient Evil. So there we go. It all looks very, very interesting. Honestly, what excites me the most about this is the fact that it's ancient Greece. It seems like there's so much that they're introducing to it. All this ancient Greek mythology. To me, it's really interesting. So along with that, the map looks awesome as well. If there's anything you think I've missed or anything interesting that I should know, let me know. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.